Welcome back to Google Sheets Essentials. Tip number 5 is how do you split those cells? Well, looking at the screen here, you used to have to put in a formula to do that. Now you don't. Now you can do it based on a command. If you use the data split text to column option, you can choose to split data so that when you get those spreadsheets and you've got first and last name in one cell, but you really need them in two different columns, you can do that. So hop on over to your spreadsheet template and select the tab split and checkbox. And we'll follow these directions that I have here in this little text box. So we're going to select column A. So let's go ahead and select the whole column. Okay. Then we're going to go up to one of the menu items is data. So select data off the menu, and on the data menu, if you scroll down, you'll see the option to split text to columns. And at the bottom here, it's not, sometimes these tools are like, why can't this like pop up at the top and be loud? But it appears at the bottom in this tiny little thing, and it says detect automatically. And in this case, we could pick that, but we're going to use space because we have space. And now you can see I've got name is separated, so I can change the name at the top to first and last. Okay. Now, do you remember how to resize your columns so they're exactly the width that you want? You just click and drag, right click, resize columns, and then fit to data. There you go. Now, one little last challenge that you may not know about is you can insert columns and also add checkboxes. So I'm going to show you a tip. One is if I right click, I can insert one column to the left. So what I did was I used my right click on column A and I selected insert one column to the left. All right. And let's say that I'm updating their biographies on my website. So I'm going to put a completed column in, and I want to insert a checkbox. Now I can scroll down all the way to the bottom and insert the checkbox, but I want to show you yet another tip. So just click in cell A2 and select insert checkbox. All right. Now, when I finish, I can now check it off, right? Let's say I want to manually resize just this column to fit completed. If I just hover over the line in between column A and B, I can click and drag and I can resize that manually. Finally, if I want to have a checkbox in every row, I don't have to go and click insert checkbox. I can click on the cell that has the checkbox in it, and you see the little blue square to the right. If I click on that little blue square and I hold it and drag down, it will fill down whatever's in that cell that I selected. You can also use Control D as a fill down option, which we'll get into later. So go ahead and practice what we just did, where we selected column A, we chose data, split text into columns, we separated it by space, we added a column to the left, we inserted checkboxes, and we filled it down. In the next video, we're going to take a look at some new features in Google Sheets, many insert options, columns, checkboxes, drop downs, and smart chips.